I'm sorry. I had my mute button on. Sorry about that. You'd think I'd have this down pat by now, but how
Hi,
are
Tamara.
you?
I'm good.
That's
How are you?
good. I'm good. How's your event funnel coming?
Um, Slowly.
Slow.
There's so many small things, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, like, I hadn't set up anything, so it's really like finding out everything from scratch, also the privacy statements and things like that, you know. It's
Yeah.
just, yeah,
Do you
goes on and on.
do you have templates that you can use for privacy policy and
Yeah, sure, I all
okay.
did it, but it's just
Oh,
like all these. I just give it as an
right.
example,
Oh,
but
yes.
it's not like okay, you just plot in the emails, you just do your automations, but then there's like all these
Right.
small other things.
All things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still so many things to do. I have like
Yeah.
lists like crazy.
Is there anything I can help you with today? Any question?
Um, yeah, just there is no place to store your PDFs, right? In a
There
sales process.
there is. Yeah, there is a place that you can store them.
Oh,
You can store them in, so if you're talking about inside of the membership area, you can upload them in there.
yeah, that I
And
know.
you can also upload them into your media storage file.
And
And
from there, you can,
yeah,
so you don't need to do that on your regular website, right? You can just put your PDFs there and use them from there.
you can, yeah, use them from there. So I can show
Oh,
you, I'll show you what I mean here. I'll share my screen with you. So inside of your media storage, you can upload a PDF.
oh, wait one
And
second.
if you upload,
Where are you? Yeah.
sorry, right here,
Oh, yeah, media storage. Yes.
media storage, yep. So then you can create yourself some folders here. You can do all kinds of things in here that can help you organize this space. You can, if you need to create a folder, it's right up here. You can create a folder, give it a name. Then you can also upload. So you can upload anything into this media file. You can
Oh, I
upload,
didn't.
you can upload a PDF. Let me see if I can find a PDF. There we go.
Oh my gosh, that's so helpful. I didn't know.
And so you
I
can upload the PDF, and then what you can do is you can actually grab the link. So you can get the link to the PDF here, and it's copied to my clipboard. And then I can use that in my emails. I can use that in anywhere. Like you can share that link anywhere with someone and they can use it. They can see it.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And there's no limits on your storage. Like there is no limit. Like, when you have a Google Drive or something, it has a limit. Currently, as of today's date, I don't want to say that in the future there won't be a limit, but right now there's no limits. The only limits that come with your media storage file is the size of the file that you can upload. And so
Okay.
the size is like 4 GB, which is huge. So
Okay. So if I So imagine that I give them a link in LinkedIn, right? And they click on it. Can I
yeah,
see it in sales
yeah.
process?
So I've copied the link for this PDF in my from my folder, right? I can
Hmm.
paste that in here and it shows me that PDF. Hold on a sec. Let's grab the link. Oh, that's not, here's the PDF link. Here we go. Grab the link, close that one, open a new one. And this is what it opens up if it's a PDF. So it opens
Amazing.
up just like a PDF would
Hmm.
from your Google Drive, from anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and can I see them? Can I see them when they click it?
Ah, no. That's one thing it doesn't do. It doesn't track. You could build in, so if you sent it out in an email, you can track links in your email.
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I see that. But when I use it just as a link in LinkedIn, I can't see whether it has been clicked.
No. No, it won't track outside of um like sales process if you use the link
So,
outside.
yeah.
The
So
only
then
way
I,
to do the only way you could do that is if you then took the link from your PDF and went to some place like Bitly
yeah,
and
exactly.
yeah, and then you
Yeah,
could track.
yeah,
So that's kind of a workaround for that, but
yeah.
yeah.
That's very helpful. Actually, it would be nice for the team um, to help me track it in sales process as well.
Yeah. That would be good, hey? I'll take that to the dev team and see if we can I mean, they're amazing. They have really built some robust software here. So we can take that idea to them and see if there's a way that they can make it so that we can track links outside of sales process.
Yeah,
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, that's very helpful. Yeah. And if I want people to book a sales call with me, I always um, include an element calendar, right? I can do it like that. But can I also have the link in the button? In
Yeah.
a button.
So your
Mhm.
your calendar element is more so if you want to embed your calendar on a landing page.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if you want to grab your calendar link, you can go here to your calendars, go to calendar settings, and then whichever one of your appointments it is. Let's say it's one of this one here. If you go over here to the share calendar, there's the little arrow icon over on the right hand side. If you click on that, this is actually quite a cool little thing. So there's a link that you can share. There's a permanent link. So this is a scheduling link or a permanent link. So this link never ever changes. So you can share that with people, or you can share a one-time link. So they can use that link one time to book a call with you, but if they were to come back and try to use that link again, it wouldn't work. So this is a way that you can like protect your sort of your privacy, your calendar link by just giving them a one-time link. So there's a scheduling link, a permanent link. You can share either one of these. And then there's also a one-time link, and you can always generate a new one-time link code as well.
Right. Yeah, these are the little things I just don't know. Then I'm looking for the code everywhere and I'm just copying the wrong code. And yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah, so
Okay.
this is very helpful. Thanks so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Now,
can do the next
you'll
things.
notice here that it says, like, my link includes the word sales process, but you can brand the link to say your business name instead of sales process. To do that, to brand your link, you go into your business profile, and right here you have, it's called a branded domain.
Mhm.
And here you can type in so you can make a subdomain. So link dot yourdomain.com, and you can add that domain to your branded domains so that when you share your calendar link outside of sales process, it uses your domain and not sales process domain.
I see. So if I have a .biz, it's a .biz, I guess, right?
Yes.
Not a
Yeah.
.com. Yeah.
Dot
Okay.
com. Yep.
Yeah.
And then what that does when you click add domain, it's going to say it's going to go through this. And then what it'll do is it will give you a record to put onto your DNS panel. So I know that you have um you're with you're not with GoDaddy or anything like that. You're with one that you have to do manually, right?
Yeah.
So it would be a CNAME record, and
See?
then you would copy the host,
Yeah.
and then you would copy the value to add that record.
Yeah. I
Do you
see.
want to do that
By
right now?
now, but I
Yeah.
think by now I know how to do
Oh,
it.
okay. Okay, sure.
Yeah,
Okay. Because I could
I
help you
hope.
walk you through that right now. But yeah, so then
Yeah,
this,
no, I don't want to like there may be others listening in as well, right? So I just
yeah,
don't want to consume all your time.
that's okay. That's okay. There doesn't it's just a AI note taker that's joined us today. So it's just you and me.
Oh, I see, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, if you can do it right now, then
Yeah,
it's
let's do it. Let's share your screen. I'll stop sharing mine and we will set up your branded domain together. And then this is good for other people too, because they can see how they can watch this and see how to do it. Oh, yes, allow. Sorry. There we go.
I certainly sent you that notification.
Subtly, yes. It's like, wake up, Tamara. Hello. Okay. Yeah, so we can go into your sales process account and we can just go to your business profile.
Wait a second, because oh no, no, I don't want this. Wait, wait, wait. Because here I have something on my screen which I can't get rid of. I don't
Oh,
know how. Yeah, it's kind of
just
like stuck there.
if you click your mouse and drag it, it'll move it. So click on the black piece and drag it.
Yeah, trying.
It's not.
No.
Can you refresh your
Oh, you
screen?
know what? I just like copy, da, 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 oops, paste.
Okay.
Oops. Hopefully that helps.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
much better.
There we go. Now we can go to your business profile, which is right at the top here. So yeah, right there. Yeah, and then right here you can put in, I usually just use the word
Link.
link. Yeah, and then your
That's not
it's
bad.
actually dot. So it's link dot.
Oh,
Yeah,
oops.
that's okay.
Link.
There. And then
Yeah.
click add domain. And then you just click add record manually. And then we're gonna, so you can
Oh,
just
yeah, we go to
copy.
my DNS
Yeah.
stuff. Oh, damn. Well, probably then I do it later. Then I need to look up like how I get in again. Yeah, I can do that. No
Okay.
worries.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. And if you need help with it, just let me know and we can walk through it once you
yeah.
get
I,
inside.
I really hope I can do it by now.
Yeah, that's no, yeah. And then, so yeah, when you share, once you get that set up, then when you share your link, it'll show your business name instead of sales process.
Yeah,
So
I see.
that's,
That's great.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, start doing that first. Let me
Now, do
get
you have
off the
any
call.
other questions about the calendar or setting up anything for?
Um, Yeah, actually, the other thing I was struggling with, but I think I can do it by now because I have been asking questions to the chat bot of
Okay.
thingy as well. But you need to create your own tags and opportunities, right? In order to like replace the sales process ones. So
Yeah.
in the
So,
flows. So in the
right.
flow right now, it's the one that's connected to sales process. So you first need to create your own tags and your own opportunities
Yes.
in order to, and
And
you
did you,
can't copy paste opportunities because it
you can,
says copy. You can?
oh, yeah. So, yeah, you can't. You're right.
Oh, you can't.
I was
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to
Because it says clone first, but it
clone
cannot
first.
clone.
That's right. Yeah, I was thinking about tags and stuff. So, yeah, the tags and everything you'll have to you can create your own tags because the sales
Yeah.
process ones aren't specific to your business. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's for tags, but for opportunities, it actually says clone in the
Yes.
sales process ones.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh my gosh, I should be able to clone them. So I've been like
And you
really looking
can't.
for it, but you
You have
can't,
to
right? No.
rebuild it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
no
such a
worries.
pain.
Yeah, I can just,
Yes.
yeah, see what they did and do it myself.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, these are the other, that's what I mean, like all this nitty gritty stuff
Right.
around it. Yeah,
Right. Yeah. That's so true. There is a lot of little niggly things that kind of creep up, right?
exactly, exactly. So
Anything
yeah,
else keeping
no,
you
for
stuck?
the moment, no. These are
Okay.
the kind of little things I'm currently doing. So I
Okay.
think for the rest, it's I'm pretty okay. Apart from that, I now need to create my sales page, but I think I will do that later.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I
Good.
mean, like for the big offer.
Right, for the big offer. Yeah. That's the
Yeah,
other piece of it, isn't it? Okay.
yeah.
Well, then I'm going to go over a few new features that dropped in sales process. They're not particular to the uh, event funnel, but they are brand new features inside. And this actually, one of the new features that we're going to go over today is in regards to the builder, like the sales page builder. So this might come in handy for you. I'm going to share my screen. So we have talked about in the past, we've talked about the different ways you can save global sections and templates inside of the builder. And so we're going to go in here and now we have something that is going to make your life so much easier. Okay. So in here, I'm just going to use the one that I was just working on, the event funnel here. We now have 3 different variations of um, sections that you can save, and they will save differently across your funnels and websites in your builders. Okay. So I'm going to show you this here in the editor. Before we had talked about, you know how you always have like the same thing at the bottom. It's always your um, footer, right? It's like your funnel footer, it's your website footer. It's always got, a lot of times it'll say, here's the link to support, here's the link to my terms of service, privacy policy, refund policy. And it's the same across your website, across all of your funnels. But what was happening is you had to save those sections as global sections, and they only applied to the funnel that you had it in. Now you can create universal sections, they're called. And this means that they are going to be across everywhere you drop them, website or funnel. If you make changes to them, it will make changes in every place that it's at, whether it is a funnel or a website. So to do that, and it's only for sections, you can't do it to like an element or a row or a column. Like it's only to the green sections that you can do this for. The green sections have this little save icon on them right at the bottom here. It looks like a little floppy disk. And if you're as old as I am, you really have a good memory of what a floppy disk is. So these are sections, and now we have 3 different types of ways you can save this. You can save this now as a template. So that means you save it as a copy, which can be used anywhere as a template. Global sections saves at the funnel level only, or the website level only. So if you save it as a global section, any changes you make will only affect it anywhere that it is inside the funnel builder or website builder. Universal sections will save across anywhere you have this section, whether it's in a website or a funnel. So when we think about this, we want to think about use case scenario, right? Where am I going to use these different types of templates or types of sections? Why would I save them? Well, the universal section I already talked about. It's like your footer, your legal sort of jargon that you need to have on every single funnel or website page. So that you could save as a universal section. And that means anytime you have to update anything in that section, you don't have to go to every funnel page or every website page and update it. You can update it in one place and it will make that change across the board. So this is brand new, which we have been waiting for this for so long in this builder. So we're really excited about this. Where else would you use a universal? Like what's another use case scenario for a universal section? So I build summit funnels for clients. And when you build a summit funnel, you're going to have like speakers, right? That you are having at your virtual summit. And so you have to make a speaker page. And every time you have to build a summit funnel, you would have to change the speaker page, update the speaker page, and you'd have to do it on every person's funnel that was part of that summit. And so it would take hours, even though it was the same work. You would create these speaker sections in the funnel. It would be the same work. You're just duplicating it, but you couldn't copy and paste it across all the funnels. So this universal section now makes that so easy because you can use that universal section in every person's summit funnel that is a speaker at that summit. And they can share that out there, right? Now, global sections. How are they different from universal sections? Global sections are only at that particular funnel level or that particular website level. So you may look at this and see like a global section would be like the navigation header in your website. And you want to have that on every page in your website. So that only applies to that website. It doesn't apply to the funnel. It doesn't apply to any other websites that you might create in the future, right? So now you can create the global sections inside of that particular funnel. And then section templates are templates that you can use anywhere. And what you're doing when you're saving a section as a template, you like the bones or the structure of that, but you may change the design and you don't want it to change everywhere else. So you're going to grab, you like the bones of it, you save that as a template, and then you can quickly drop that template into any section on your funnel or website, and you can change the design and it's not going to change anywhere else. It'll only change in that funnel. So now we have these 3 types of saves that you can make that are going to help you just build faster, build more consistently. You don't have to recreate sections over and over and over again. And the other thing that universal sections is going to be so valuable for, and I'm not even sure if we can do it yet because it says that it's funnels and websites, but I'm also hoping it's going to be blogs as well, because currently the blog builder is you have to recreate your website navigation onto your blog site. And so that is going to help sort of unify that whole build section, and you can use the universal section on that as well. So This is brand new. This just dropped yesterday. That's how new this is. So we are hoping that this is, I'm sure the dev team has worked through the bugs, but now you can use these 3 types of ways to save sections. You can also, like universal sections, another use case scenario might be client testimonials, right? You want to make a client testimonial section that you can use to drop into any funnel, any website, and it's the same across the board. And if you make changes to it or update it, it updates it everywhere. So that's another use case scenario for universal sections. Any questions about this? Yes, Karen.
Yeah, just I used it yesterday. I saw it. I was like,
Oh,
hey, that's very helpful.
yeah, good.
So
It
just
just
found it.
dropped yesterday, so that's amazing that you found it.
Yeah, exactly. So you mentioned website creation, right? So I haven't transferred my website to sales process. Can you still build your website in sales process then or not?
You can build your website in sales process. Absolutely. There's no charge for hosting. It's free. It's all part of what you pay for sales process every month or your annual plan.
Even if
So
I have even if I haven't transferred my current
yeah, you can build
website
it.
into sales process, I can still build it, right?
Yes, you can build as many websites as you want in sales process.
And that goes like the same way as I build my funnels.
Yeah, it's the
I do
same
that
builder.
inside of funnels, or is it a different
There's
part?
there's a different part. So if we go back out of here to sites, you'll notice up at the top there's funnels.
Oh,
And
right. Yeah.
funnels,
Websites.
are like this. Your pages are sort of in a list view. Whereas if you check on websites, if we look at a website, it doesn't list the pages in a list. It's more like this, which is not my favorite, but and pretty soon the development team is working on so that you can like move these around in different orders. Now it's just if I were to create a new page, it would sit down here and I couldn't move it from that spot. Like it would just
Oh,
so it's for my organizational brain, I like to have things in the order that they go in the navigation menu, right? So it just drives me crazy that it's like this. But yes, websites you can build here.
so you need to think upfront, like where you would like to position your page, right? You can't just like add anything
Well,
randomly later on.
the customers can't see this, or your like visitor, your
Oh,
website visitor can't see this.
mm,
It's just my organizational brain doesn't like this
I
layout. That's
see.
all.
I
Yeah.
see. I see. Yeah, that's very helpful. Okay. Yeah, great. Mm.
Yes. Is it your name pronounced Anko?
Hi, Tamara. It's
Oh,
Anku.
Anku. Welcome. Nice to see you.
Um, Thank you, thank you. I think you know I'm John Ray's associate.
Yes. Yes.
Um, hmm. okay, sorry, I joined a tad late. So creating a universal section, or what else do you call it? It was a universal
Um,
section and a global section.
global section. Yes.
Yes. Sorry, how do you get to that menu to now do that? Sorry.
Sure. I'll show you again. That's totally fine. We're gonna go. I'll do it from a website page, so just so you can see, because it's the same
Perfect.
regardless. Doesn't matter which page, whether you're in funnels or websites. So it's only 4 sections. So the sections are the green boxes. You can't do it for elements or rows, but the section then has this one does not, but let's see if we can find one that does. Hold on. So you can see here, this section is purple. Now,
Yeah.
purple means that it is a global section. But the way it became a global section is there's a save icon right on the bottom here. You click on that, And it says it's already saved as a global section. But if I wanted to save this, I'm not sure why it's not showing up. Let me try a different page. Hold on.
Okay, but in essence, if you then click that little save button, it should come up with that window.
Yes,
Okay.
it should. I don't see it here either. Hold on. Maybe I will have to go back to the funnel for you. Yeah, I'm going to have to. I don't see it in the websites. Let's go to funnels. Yeah, so here you have the little save button. You can click on that and then it gives you this here. So you can do it this way. You can also do it this way. So up here, add an element, or you can choose to add a section. And then when you click on the section to add, it will add that section in, and then you can go ahead and click on the save and it will give you these as well. You can also go into layers. So this is your layers key up here, and you can go into sections like this, and then you can save the section here as well. So you can save it, and then that brings up that screen as well.
Lovely. My last question tomorrow, sorry.
Yes. No, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I just want to ask now, can I use a universal section or a global section that I've saved? Can I use it between funnels and websites, or is it limited to just the one?
So universal, you can use it anywhere. You can use it in websites and funnels. Global is only on the pages inside that particular one website or that particular one funnel. Templates, you can use them anywhere, but when you make a change to them, it doesn't change everywhere. It only changes in the one template section that you've added it to. So think of templates as you like the bones of the build inside the templates, but you're going to change the design or the copy, and you don't want it to change everywhere else. So I create templates that I use often, like a hero section template, right? So I would create a hero section template because I use that often when I'm building websites, and I'll drop that template in just to speed up how fast I can build, but I know that I'm going to make changes to it. So that's the difference between a template and like a global section, or Okay.
Okay, perfect. And then for the global section or a universal section that you save, let's say the universal one, if you now go and change it, will it now go and change in all the other ones, or is it just like a template?
So the universal sections, it will change everywhere. Everywhere that you have that section, it will change everywhere. If it's a global section, it will change only on the pages that it's on. So, yeah. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So we also have inside of our builder, we have a new sort of design section here where this panel has changed. And what the team has tried to do, the development team has tried to do, is just sort of kind of condense everything. So now we have like these drop down arrows, so you can see what you want to see. If you go into the styles, it looks a lot different than it did before. You can see like the visibility, the shadows, that sort of thing. But the only way to change this panel here, because it is a new feature, the development team decided to release it through the labs menu in your account. So I wanted to introduce you guys to the labs menu. We've talked about it a few times in here, but I've never really gone into the labs menu and done a deep dive on what you can do in there. So I wanted to show you guys the labs menu inside of your sales process account. Basically, this is like a test area. This is where the beta stuff gets dropped from the development team. So, sorry, I'll do that again. It's in the settings, in your settings on the left-hand menu, right at the very bottom. And then you'll see labs. So if you go into the labs menu, this is all beta features that we're using in here. You can decide to toggle them off or on, but before you toggle anything on, you should read what it says, because there are certain features that once you toggle it on, you can't toggle it off, even though it's in beta. So just make sure that you read. It's also telling you here when it's actually going to go live into everyone's account. And here is a place for you, if you want to try the feature, you can submit feedback to, this goes directly to the development team about your experience using this feature. And so you can submit feedback. They love Loom videos. They love to hear from you guys about how real business owners are using the features that they create. So you'll notice in here, there's quite a few. And you can decide to turn them on or off. It's up to you. They come turned off. So you get to decide. But we had the sidebar revamp in funnels and websites. That's currently in labs. So if your sidebar doesn't look like mine, it's because I turned this on just to try it out. And again, this is going to be live in 25 days. But you can read about what the beta feature is about and what the new UI is about. And then, of course, if you run into any bugs, they want to hear from you. So I just wanted to show you guys that section in case you ever want to go in and see what's happening or what's coming up, or if there's things that you want to try in there. Okay, there's a lot going on in there right now. They're doing a lot of things with voice AI and AI in general. Would you guys be interested in learning about the AI employee and the AI agents that you can build? Is that something that would be useful in your business? Or do you feel like that's because
Yes.
yes, definitely. Okay, good.
Is that a chatbot?
Yeah. Well, not more than a chatbot. It's like it can answer the phone for you, it can talk, it can send emails, it can send yeah, it can do all kinds of things. Yes.
Crazy.
So yeah. And for some businesses, it's definitely helpful. For other businesses, it's like just more busy work to keep you from actually selling, right? Or getting your own product out there. So before we get into something like that, I always like to ask, but I know Jay Andres has mentioned it before, so we can definitely do that. Yes.
So Jandre is absolutely ecstatic. He can't wait to get those kinds of things and use all sorts of AI and integration and automation. And he's been talking about it nonstop all week.
Okay.
So I'm also quite excited to start using AI and incorporating it a bit more.
Okay. So can I ask, how would you guys use it in your business then? Would you use it like for booking appointments or communication? What would you use it for?
So what John Ray has mentioned before is the idea is to schedule meetings with clients and then create the calendar bookings for site visits or whatever, and then also book out time for the travel it would take to go to the meeting.
Okay.
And then stupid things like remind birthdays, send emails, just to automate a lot.
Yes.
And then he's also been talking about essentially creating an AI counterpart. Um, so essentially, you have an AI CEO, you have an AI COO, CMO, whatever, that you can then give instruction, and they'll then delegate down, and
Yes.
then come back with a report. That's
Yeah.
the concept.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like he's really been thinking about it a lot, so that's great. So
You're,
yeah,
you've been
and
having big conversations with ChatGPT. It's been
oh, good.
interesting.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, so there are AI features in sales process that will blow your mind. Like it'll literally blow your mind you can do with it. Um, so if that is something that you guys would be interested in, we could definitely work up a series on that to get you guys up and running with AI. You can use
See,
AI in every sort of section inside of um, your sales process account. You can build funnels with AI. You can build websites with AI. You can create images. You can write an email. You can respond to emails in workflows. There's just so many things that you can do with AI inside a sales process. It does take a little bit of finessing, right? So your AI is as good as the training that you provide to it. It's as good as the sort of documentation and the training that you provide. So that is what's going to make or break your AI. That's what I'm going to say right now. So it's not the easy button. It's just a different button, right? It becomes the easy button as you tweak and go, but it's not going to be perfect right out of the gate. It's something that you sort of have to always kind of keep your eye on, and you're tweaking all the time because it's going to encounter different scenarios with people in your business. And so you're just going to have to, we can't think of every scenario. So we just have to keep an eye on things when it comes to that. Yes.
um, so the AI, can you integrate it with ChatGPT? The reason I'm asking is to possibly use the custom GPTs that Penguin has given us.
Yeah. So it becomes a little more complicated because when you integrate with OpenAI, you have to provide what is it called? It's like not an API key, but you have to provide it with documentation. So sales process has to create documentation that is standardized to be able to connect to OpenAI. And so that is something that is not, you can't like connect a custom GPT from outside to into sales process yet. It's coming,
Uh,
but we're not there yet. All the training that you do is inside of your sales process account, inside of that agent that you create. So we're not
okay,
outside, we can't connect outside of sales process just yet, but it is coming.
yet. I like
Yeah.
that. Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's the key word there. And did you guys have any questions about your event funnel that you're building? Did you run into any issues with that or need any assistance with anything with that?
At the moment, okay, I'm not working on it personally. I've got other work. But as far as I can hear, sorry, he's out of the office. As far as
Yeah,
I
no
can hear,
worries.
it's going quite well.
Okay.
It's just the head for him at the moment is getting all the emails sorted.
Yeah.
But everything else looks great at the moment. So, hey, looks good.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, there's a lot of sort of written copy that goes into this whole thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, especially because the template we used was the free event, but now
Mhm.
we're not doing a free event. So, so it goes from 20 something emails to like 70.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's abandoned cart and you name
Yeah.
it. So, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
quite hectic. He's, I would say, about 2/3 of the way through.
Okay.
Um, but also the way he set it up is so that later on, if we make another funnel, it's just drag and drop. So he
Yes.
set up a template for himself, which is lovely.
That's brilliant. That's perfect. Yeah. That's good. Karen, I see your hand.
Yeah, just a few things with regards to Gianbre. He actually sent me a message like, "Oh, you can also use custom values in your funnels, not
Yeah.
just in your emails." So he's
Yeah.
like, "Are you aware of that?" So good.
He loves
Listen,
custom values.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
this week he has not been quiet about the custom values. It was because you'd be playing with the custom values, and then 10 minutes later he comes to me like, "Listen, hey, these custom values are amazing." And then he'd go half an hour later, "Wow, these custom values!" He's really loving it. No, it's
Good.
awesome.
Good. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I have a strategic question, if you allow me,
Yeah, of course.
Tamara. Because apart from the events funnel, which still takes me a while to get it live, and also to create the content for the event itself, so I'm working on that at back, let's say. But
Yeah.
I also want to quickly get a few new clients. I already have a few warm ones, but I also want a few new ones. So I've also launched a funnel with a free product, and I was actually wondering, you cannot add an order bump to a free product, right? So then it should be an OTO1 that you add to it, right?
You yeah,
Would you
what
do that? Or would you say, like, keep it simple, just go with your free product and
you can
that's it?
do like it really depends on knowing it's all about knowing your audience, right? Can they tolerate being offered a free and then also introduced to a paid product right away, right? So it's all about knowing your audience. You can't create a one-click upsell with a free product. It has to take them to an order form. We have to capture
Yeah,
their payments somewhere,
yeah,
right?
exactly. That's why.
Yeah.
I was just struggling, like, where do I get this order form from?
Yes.
Yeah. But of
Yeah.
course, you
So
should have a different page. Yeah,
yeah. So you just have
yeah,
to create that order form page after
yeah,
your free opt-in.
yeah. So then basically it's an OTO1, right?
Yes. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I know like order bump is like more low price, but it's
Yes.
also with regards to like if you have an order form or not that you need
That's
to
right.
write on it. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, okay. No, then I'm clear on that one. And then with regards, just a few little questions, if
Yeah, for
you
sure.
yeah allow
Yeah.
me, yeah. So with regards to the websites, you said like you can create as many websites if as you like, right?
Yeah.
So, but that would go under the same website name that I have, right, in sales process.
You can pull in as many domain names as you want into sales process as well. You can have unlimited domains and unlimited websites. Here's where things get sticky. You can only have one custom email sending domain, and you can only integrate one Stripe account. So if you were to run two businesses out of one sales account, that's where it gets sticky because you're probably going to want to have different Stripe accounts, right? To keep the funds separate. And your email communication is going to come from one email sending domain. So it's going to look like for the other business that you're running in there, it's going to look weird because you're going to have that one email sending. So
I
that's
see.
where it gets sticky. You can have as many websites and funnels and domains in your account as you want, but that's where it gets sticky is because you only have the one payment processor and the one email.
I see. Yeah, that's very clear. Yeah. So, and then I think one more question. Yeah, it's probably for you a very easy one. I made a mistake. I stored one folder in another folder. for my, was it automations? I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I undo that? Can I just like put that folder back to the root?
Right. You would think, right? But it doesn't work that way. You can
Oh,
move the workflow, but you can't move the folder.
oh,
So what you would do is just like create the workflow folder where you want it to be, then move the workflow into that folder, and then you have to delete the folder that you have that you put in the wrong spot.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I have one more question.
Yes.
Um, with regards to mobile and desktop,
Yes.
you can separate them, right? So because sometimes you have like everything, it's okay, but
Yeah.
sometimes you want to correct something on your mobile, and then immediately it has an impact on your desktop as well. So you can avoid that, right? Or not?
You can, yeah. So it used to be a lot harder than it is now. But if we go and look in in a funnel, in the styling section here, you know what? I'm going to go and shut off my labs though, so I'm looking at the same styling section that you are. Hold on one sec. I'm going to shut my sidebar revamp. I'm going to shut that off, refresh. I just want to be able to look at the same sidebar that you're looking at, so it's not confusing. Go back over here. So whenever there is a sort of a knack to designing for desktop and mobile, sometimes what I end up doing is duplicating something. So you're right. Like when you look at something on mobile, it looks different, right? But if you click into this, you can see here, it's showing here the font size and it's showing me here the mobile icon. If I were to switch this to the desktop icon, then it's going to show me it's a 40 on the mobile, or sorry, on desktop, and it's 22 on the mobile. Same thing with font weight. And then the other thing that you can also see is with images, you can decide how high and how wide they are on both mobile or on desktop. So you can change them so that you can make them look
Can
proper.
change that.
Yeah.
Oh, and also like, can you like move sections?
That's the thing. You can't, right? So if you move a section on a desktop, it's
I
going to move
saw
it on
that.
mobile.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
exactly.
what I do is I will duplicate it. So let's say I want this picture to sit underneath the video on mobile, right? So what I'll do here is I will leave the picture up here, but I'm going to go into the advanced section and I'm going to actually, well, first what I would do is I would duplicate this. So I have two pictures. Then I'm going to remove the first picture from the advanced. I'm going to remove it from the mobile. So it says here visibility. So I'm going to remove that. Then I'm going to move this down and I'm going to put it underneath the video. Okay. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go into the advanced and I'm going to move it off of desktop. So now I will save this. And if I look at it on mobile, the video sits above the picture. If I go to desktop, the picture sits above the video.
Yay.
Okay? So it's all about playing with the visibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you do kind of have to get a little bit creative sometimes with the mobile view. Yeah.
I see. Yeah, because sometimes you really want something at the left side and at the right side.
Yeah.
But then actually on your mobile, it doesn't have the right order.
That's
So
right.
because it's like one, beneath
Yeah.
the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you can also turn off, because what you'll run into too is when you have something that's on mobile, on desktop, it's sitting in a row in several columns. And then when
Yeah,
you turn it into the mobile section, it'll be all mixed up, right?
exactly.
So,
That's what I mean. Yeah.
yeah. So a lot of times what happens is you're going to move stuff around and make it visible on mobile, hide it on desktop. You can also hide blank columns. So a lot of times when you have the columns from the desktop show up, if it's a blank column, you can just hide it. Like you can hide an entire column the same way you hide anything. You can just hide it off of mobile, right? Or you can turn it on. Yeah. But then it showed
So
my,
you just like highlight the one that you want to,
yeah,
yeah,
the one that you want to
get rid
manipulate.
of,
You go into advanced
manipulate,
and then
right?
the visibility is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's helpful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
Mobile's
you.
always tricky. It's tricky. So,
That's what I mean, right? Because
yeah.
it sounds like, okay, now you have set up your whole event funnel, but then you look at your mobile
Yes.
view and you're like, no, I'm not ready at
Not
all.
ready. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks
You're
so
welcome.
much.
Yes.
Sorry, last question, then I'm done.
No, that's okay.
I just thought of it now. I'm sure genre has said something. So the back button and Control Z. Are you guys thinking of, I don't know, incorporating Control Z for oh shit, go back?
Um,
The undo button, sorry.
yeah. So are you saying that the undo button isn't working for you?
That,
It does work?
no, it's just,
Oh,
it does work. It's just, it would be great if we could just go Control Z.
oh, I see a shortcut. I can submit that to the dev team and see if we can get like a keyboard shortcut for it rather than a button.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
yeah, so leave the button, that's fine. But it'd be
Yeah.
great if Control Z worked for undo and then what Control Y for redo.
Redo.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be great. We don't
Okay.
need all the Control C, Control V, Control X. That's I think a bit much. But just the normal undo and redo would be fantastic.
Okay. I will submit that to the dev team and see if they can make that happen.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tamara.
Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, guys. Well, this was a great class. I love the interaction. I love the questions. That's amazing. That's my favorite part, talking to you guys about what you're actually doing inside a sales process and hearing the questions that you come up with. So for today's homework, all it's going to be is we are going to create a universal section inside of a funnel page. So you can just show me the universal section that you create. So here, if I'm going to create this as a universal section, I'm going to give my section a name. And save it. And then you can just show me that it's purple. Okay. So now it's been saved as a universal section. So just show me that it's purple and take a screenshot of that, drop that into the Facebook group with the hashtag sales process wins. And we will call it good from there. So I think what we will, our goal for next week then is going to be to start with the AI stuff. We'll start out real slow and just introduce you to some of the AI features inside of the funnel builder and the website builder. And then we'll progress into creating an AI agent inside of your sales process account. So we'll start an AI series. Okay. But know that
Exciting.
you can always come and ask any questions that you have in regards to anything. Like if you're still working on your event funnel, do come with questions about that. We can get you sorted as well. All right.
It's just so helpful, your sessions, Tamara.
Oh,
Thank you so
thank you,
much.
Karen, for that
Yes,
feedback. I
I've been,
appreciate it.
like Xiang Ray has been talking about custom values, I've been talking about you.
You're so sweet. You're so sweet. I appreciate
Really.
that.
Thank you, Tamara.
Thank you so much, guys. It was great to see you. And I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
You too. See you. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye. Bye, Anko.
Thank you. Bye, Tamara.
Bye-bye.